So sometimes I like to peruse through the Kickstarter and Indiegogo campaigns, and sometimes some of them catch my eye. Now, we've always wanted a doorbell camera, and when I saw this one, it kind of caught my eye. So I actually backed this Indiegogo campaign. And this is for the WUUK, I don't know, WUUK. You can see here, the world's most advanced smart doorbell. Sure. And this is the one thing that you have to always be aware of when you back or do anything with Indiegogo or Kickstarter or anything like that. Number one, who knows when you're going to get it? That's an issue. Two, who knows if you're going to get it? And number three is maybe by the time you get it, the technology at some of the other big companies has surpassed this one, because these are usually from little startup companies that had great ideas and concepts, but the issue is that they take so long to get that other companies have just integrated and implemented those ideas into their own devices, and this is now obsolete. That sometimes happens, especially at different price points. So I got this one off of Kickstarter. Again, WUUK. Best name ever, or the worst name, I don't know, Wooc. But it had a lot of features that I thought were cool, as well as the fact that the install, as they said, was super easy. So I was pretty excited with that, because I didn't want to have to do anything fancy or remove the existing doorbell, or I wanted to be able to mount this wherever I wanted, etc., etc. You can see these right now on Kickstarter's. When they had it, I don't know if they are doing this anymore, but it was like $99 US. And that was, at the time especially, a fantastic price for a smart, I guess, doorbell with a camera and all this kind of stuff. So what we're gonna do is, it's finally here. We're gonna take a look at what comes in the box. I'm gonna go set it up. I may bring you with me during that part, put on a little camera and see how easy it is. Hopefully they say it's like 3 minutes, I think. And then we'll take a look at the app and see what we think. All right, WUUK. Okay guys, so here it is again, the WUUK, world's most advanced smart doorbell. SD storage, easy install. Motion alerts, 980-foot Wi-Fi range. Cool, weatherproof, all kinds of good stuff. Came out of, it says, San Francisco, so US based, but they got almost 1.3 Canadian is what they made on this campaign from just under 9,000 backers. Pretty crazy. It looks like they've delivered 8,000 of their 10,000 units, which is good. And blah, 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 blah. Let's see. So here's the box. Nice box. Box looks very professional. You know, sometimes you get Kickstarter stuff and you're like, well, I can tell. That's what it is. No monthly fees. AI facial recognition, HD video, 6-month battery life, also really good. Instant install, super cool. IR night vision, 980-foot Wi-Fi range, and anti-theft alarm. So everything in it screams it should be great, right? But at $99, how great can it be? Are they over-promising and under-delivering? Or are they actually going to do what they say? I'm really curious. I haven't gone and looked online to see if there's any other reviews, because I wanted to come at this with a open mind. And if everybody else was like, no, it's garbage, I wanted to find that out kind of for myself. We're gonna open it up here. WUUK. Now on the back, just so you can see it, customer service, it does have its hello@wooklabs.com. And let's see what the box has in store for us. All right. Throw that over there. So we do get little stickers that you can put on your doors just to warn people that they are being monitored. Again, there's one for the front door, one for the rear door. You got a whole bunch of these if you want to use them. I guess you're supposed to, because heaven forbid somebody get caught stealing something because they were recorded without their knowledge. You know, oh no. This is, we all know this as like a SIM card removal tool. This is going to be used, I would think. Now here's the issue. Here's a little bit of an issue. This is a SIM card removal tool. It looks like it's part of their, maybe part of their security. I'm hoping it's not, because everybody on the planet has one of these that has a smartphone. So hopefully that's not the case. Oh, it's much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Not that that's a bad thing, but definitely bigger. All right, so you get this. You get the WUUK Smart Doorbell User Manual. All right, now it does have QR code to download their app. I've already downloaded it. Fully charged the doorbell. Blue light charging, green light fully charged. Power up the chime. I'm going to do all this kind of off camera. I am going to show you how easy it is, hopefully, to actually install it. But they say that it's really simple to install. So my hope is that's the case. 1 minute install. There you go. Peel off the red foil that has a 3M text on it. Attach the back plate to where you want the doorbell. Press hard and then attach the doorbell to it. All right. Seems like it should be easy. Put that over there. Inside here, it looks like probably the different... Oh, I see. So this, because it has its own ringer, right? So it has its own chime. My guess is, yeah, so this is going to go into like your power. So it goes into power somewhere. And then this is going to attach to that with its own little, right, antennas so that it can get the reception so that it rings whenever the camera doorbell gets depressed. So, okay, yeah, see, chime. WUUK chime. It's a WUUK chime. Nice. That is much, see how big that is? It's the same size as my hand. When you compare that to other ones that are on the market, at least that I've had a chance to play with, that's quite large. Now, the issue for me is that where my doorbell is right now, it's kind of off to the left of the door, which I think is where most are. I don't have the width right there for that to go. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to put this actually on the door. So I think I'm going to put it on the door itself, not off to the side. So that's that. This side up. Oh, this would be the panel. Gotcha. So this is what we're going to end up sticking on the door. So right on the door. And then this is going inside this. And, oh, I see. So it's hard to see here, but there's a little tiny dot right there, little opening. And that's where I would think this depresses so that you can unlatch it. That would be my thought. So secure, but I'm a little concerned. Not that everybody's going to be walking around with one of these to undo your doorbell, but it's something that most of us have. So a little bit of a concern, but it does look like it's going to be super simple to install. Screws if you want to actually hard mount this. Some other cables, and these ones I believe too are going to be used only if you're going to actually be replacing your existing doorbell with this doorbell. For me, we're running off power and we're just going to use this chime, so I don't think we have to do anything. So I'm guessing this for us probably not going to be of use. And last but not least, we do have a USB cable and micro USB. Too bad. It would have been nice if this was USB-C. But that also kind of plays into the fact that we don't know how long this has kind of been in development for. Even the box is 2019. So this has been around, or probably been close to them getting this ready for over a year. And USB-C really has only become fairly prevalent or dominant this year. So we'll see what the technology is like. All right, so that's everything kind of in the box. You guys can see it all here. Looks like it should be super simple to install, is my hope. At least the way I'm going to install it. So I'm going to go downstairs. We're going to hook this up and see if it works. Okay, so this is the chime, and basically you're going to find a plug-in. And it has an area for a card, so I've just put a 32 gig card in here. I'm not even sure what the card's designed for, but you get this little adapter, and that, as far as I can tell, is just kind of plugged there, and then you spin it and it locks. Then we just stick it in here. You'll see you get a blue power light that kind of shows up there, so that's good, I'm guessing. And then what we're going to do is grab the doorbell, and there's a set button on the side, so I think we just actually hit that to pair it with the doorbell. Okay, I had walked upstairs to go get the doorbell, and this came up and said system ready. So okay, I guess what happens when I hit the set button? Doesn't look like much. So we're gonna take this. And this is it on the door. I've got it set up here. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. And this, because we're just gonna do it as battery, it's fully charged. That's just gonna go there and down. And that's it. It's on. So now we just pull this stuff off. It really is like a 1 minute install. Peel that up. Let's see first. Well, now there's no real power indicator on it that I can see, but we do have the app. So we're going to sit here and see what the app tells us. Here's the WUUK app. WUUK. Sure. You need to create an account. Hopefully you guys can see that. So that will do off camera. Okay, so basically you get a little account code 084921 084921. Name on account. Continue. What kind of device? Yep. Let's set the chime. Okay. Please plug in the outlet and wait for the audio system ready. Okay, did that. Okay, we gotta go back. Okay. Okay, so it says long press.
Ready to pair.
Yep. Now this part you want to make sure you're connected to a 2.4 gigahertz network. So I have to switch my network. Yep. Pop in your password. Press to send a sound signal from your phone and wait for the audio, okay? So my volume was down, so I gotta try that again. Resend. It's really quiet.
Connecting to the internet.
So you definitely need to have it nice and close because it's very, very quiet. Okay. Yes. Green light, that's good.
Pairing successful.
All right, continue to set up the doorbell. All right, we're going to go to the doorbell now, I guess. Hopefully putting it on was the right thing to do. All right, we're back here. Name the doorbell. I'll just call it front doorbell. Yeah. So there's a button on the back, which I have to get. Hold on, I got to do that. So don't put it on before you start. All right, I'll be right back. So if you're like me and you put this on too early, there's a little spot at the bottom. Take that little card that they gave you, and that pops off. So inside here, and you just hold this down, I guess. There it is. Got a little light that flash. Hello. Hello. Okay, so it's powered on. Continue. Mount the doorbell. I'm with you. All right. Done. Yeah. So, let's see what shows up. There it is. Huge feedback. All right. So that's set up pretty good. So we're going to close this. And if we come over here, there's the front door. That's fantastic. And it's a square, so you can record the video. Nothing there right now. And we're shooting ours through an actual screen door, so that's why it doesn't look quite as clear, but it should be good. All right, we're going to go upstairs and go into this a little more. Okay. All right, guys. So first thing that we've learned is that if you have a device like this, look at the instructions, which we did, but download the app before you start attaching everything. Yes? Yeah. Because if you're like me, I get all excited. I'm just like pushing everything in and that's the one thing I would say with the manual or the instructions is that they really should promote that aspect of please don't attach anything without having the actual application running, because it's going to run you through that. And I didn't see that, but maybe it's there. Anyways, it's all working. It is really simple. Just again, be aware, download the application first before you do anything, and then you can follow it, plug it in, you're good to go. Especially the doorbell, because if you mount it, then you need that little SIM card tool to take it off. So we all know better now. Learn from my mistakes. So here's the application itself. I'll just kind of put the application on one of these sides, wherever it's going to come. I'll just kind of move over here so you can see it. And the application, super simple. You can see here, there's the front doorbell. It's a live view. So if you tap on it, it's going to buffer. Again, this depends on how good your Wi-Fi signal is. There it is. And I do like that it's a square, because that square is going to give you some extra height. So you can hear it. That extra height that a normal widescreen wouldn't be, because the widescreen is only going to give you a certain piece, but the fact that it's a square so that it's actually quite tall, this is going to allow you and I to see more, and for the actual motion tracking to see more of the scene, which I actually think is really good. Now there's a few things in this screen, of course, recording snapshots if you want to speak, reply. I think reply is a set one, so if you want to have some pre-programmed, you can actually do that. And tone, this is going to be male, female, neutral. So I wonder if there's reply. What is reply? Oh yeah, see, there's some quick ones. You can leave it. We will be right there. Please leave. What is this? Ready? You can leave it. I wonder if it'll do it. Ready? Send. So it said something. We just couldn't hear it. So that's entertaining. So could be good if you have like a younger person at home that doesn't know who this is. You could actually go into the tone and set it as like a male voice and have them be able to come in here and actually do that. So that's kind of handy. I think that's kind of neat. Other than that, you will see your Wi-Fi signal. You will see your battery strength at the top. Any recent events that's there, you can hit the view all button if you want. You'll have your settings. Now, there's a little red dot on top of mine, and that is a firmware update. So it came up and told me that the chime and the actual camera needed to have their firmware upgraded. So I will do that outside, but you can see it right here. Little firmware upgrade. You just tap on that. Update is available. Continue. And it's going to attempt here to do the actual doorbell. So this will just, I didn't mean to hit it, but it's happening right now. So I guess we'll just wait. We'll just wait. That is one thing that I wish, and maybe they can do this in a software update. If you go into something like the firmware update, before you actually continue here, you should be able to cancel and get out of it. There should be a, are you sure you'd like to proceed? Because this could take some time. So if you're like in here and you're like, actually, I don't want to do it right now. I just wanted to see if there was an update. You can back out. There was no way that I could see for me to actually back out of this. So just be aware. If you hit that firmware, you're kind of set in stone, at least as of now. There's no way that I can see that you can kind of back out of it. It's started its process. We can't even go elsewhere and do anything, which makes sense because it's in the middle of a firmware update. So we're just gonna wait. So while I'm waiting, I did think it was cool to show you guys this, and this is the little comparison. Now again, there may be a newer version of the Nest or the Ring or anything like that out there right now, but in regards to price, this was $89. And if you look at this screen here, resolution, those are both, your standard HD widescreen, whereas this is that square format. And I do like the square format because it does give you that head to toe. Installation again, it says the Nest needs a professional, whereas the Ring is about 5 minutes. This was easily a minute. Power, battery versus wire, battery or wire. But here's all the check boxes. Local SD, customize your alerts, secure, enhanced voice modifier, which is cool. Built-in chime Wi-Fi adapter, AI facial recognition, 4x3. There's that see people head to toe. HDR video, pre-recorded quick responses. Camera wake up time is instant, whereas this one has a delay of 2 to 3 seconds. Field of view 162 degrees. Now they're all really close. This one is above by 2 degrees, but I'll take it. Extra 2 degrees is 2 degrees. And that 1 minute install is great because you don't have to be any kind of an electrician and you don't have to be scared to figure out how to actually set this up. So I do think that's a big plus. So far I'm really happy with it. We'll see for me how long this thing lasts because it has to survive a Canadian winter, right? So that's a big one for me to know. And you guys and me will only know that months from now. But be aware, I will put that down there. If it fails because of how cold it is, I'll let you guys know in the comments. I'm still waiting. All right, so we're back here and back in the settings. So going through these, we have from the top, motion, which allows you to set sensitivity. Do you want humans only? A smart alert? I actually want mine just to humans only. So it's the only thing I want because we get a lot of card traffic going back and forth, so that's fine. Sensitivity, you can set that. So I play with it, put somebody outside, have them walk in front of it just to see how the detection is. I've got mine set right now to 3, right in the middle. Recording duration, 15 seconds, but you can go 10 or 20. Notifications, do you want them motion notifications, ring notifications? I want everything. Volume and ringtone, of course, you can choose what you want and the volume. Device name, SD card, and the Wi-Fi that it's connecting to. Firmware upgrade, power management. You can see in here, it talks about power consumption statistics if that's of interest. Illuminated ring bell, I want that because of course you want people to be able to see that while it's dark out. Dismount alert, I went in there and I set that so if somebody takes it off because they have their own SIM card removal tool, you can have that notify you. Your time zone, user management, and facial recognition. Last but not least, you have the ability to remove it. It's a very simple setup. The application is super simple. It does everything it needs to do. You can see this view all, so you can see all the different notifications. And this is when it was set to all the notifications today, so everything. So it was just popping up every time something happened outside. So I definitely wanted to change that. But I find that with pretty much all security cameras. If you set that notification for movement up really high, then it's just a nightmare. It's just popping up way too often. So do I think it's good? So far, yes, 100%. I think it's great, especially the fact that you can get these for about $100 US. It's one of the least expensive one out there. I bought mine again on I thought it was Kickstarter, but I think it's Indiegogo. Whatever, do a search for WUUK, and it seems to be good. It's fast install. The application is simple. The connectivity seemed really good. The only thing to watch is that when you're pairing the chime, like your phone has to be this like right on top of it. It says 15 centimeters, but I was within 15 centimeters and it wasn't seeing it. I had to literally be almost touching the chime with my phone because it is such a weird little sound. And I'm like, does anybody even hear that? Other than that, install was really good. So I'm very pleased with it. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave links down to Woocs. I can't say it without being like WUUK. Anyways, to their website, and go take a gander, I guess, if you think it's cool. I think it's kind of neat. All right, my friends, I'm gonna leave you there. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you again tomorrow. Later, my friends. WUUK. WUUK, there it is. WUUK. I don't know. My daughter would just be like, come on. And I'd be like, WUUK.